Hello, everyone. I'm Nayan, and I'm joined here by James, and we just got out of the screening for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
Yes, sir.
That was actually a really cool screening.
It was awesome,
to go
mate.
to. They had on the floor. They had like the little disco light dance,
1980s disco
yeah.
floor, yeah.
And then they had like cocktails and whatnot as well. So
yeah, and they had an awesome entrance, like what's it from nowhere? Where the Guardians live now.
oh yeah,
It looked
Yeah.
like that. It was really well done.
it was really cool.
Great stuff
It's
like
good
this.
to see studios put in efforts now, seeing that cinemas are starting to come back
Well,
to life.
cinemas are back. Now
Yeah.
we're getting some cool screenings, and we have an awesome one next week. But more details on that later. We're not talking about that one.
Not yet.
Not yet.
So yeah, the Guardians of the 3, it's the final one from James Gunn, and it's the last one that we've seen, or it's the last time we'll see the core Guardians together in a group. What did you enjoy about the film?
Oh man, this film. I mean, there's been lots of chatter about Marvel lately, in terms of how the quality is trending downwards.
Yeah.
And so all eyes are set on this film here, Guardians of the Galaxy Vol.3, because one, you got James Gunn, and the other two Guardians movies have been great. So I'm not going to say that this is Marvel back on form or anything like that. I think there are real flaws with this movie, but what the movie does right is exactly what we need right now from Marvel.
Yeah.
In terms of, I'll get the bad out of the way. It's not much, but I thought the tone was a bit uneven in terms of, jumping between songs and emotional moments, and then it was almost kind of jarring. And the way those songs enter, I thought was kind of forced. It didn't feel as seamless as what you would expect from a Guardians film. And also, I think it just feels a little bit anticlimactic, just the way on how the events of the film kind of wrap up and where this franchise goes. I think it's just, it felt like it didn't close everything off. Not completely.
It sort of just left things hanging for like maybe this was going to happen.
Yeah.
Later down on the line.
Exactly. But what I loved about the movie is the emotion. I think that's just easily done. It's the emotion. We haven't had much emotion, I think, in much, MCU movies, or they don't really nail it.
Yeah.
And the emotion comes from the characters, and the work done on characters here, I think, is great. I mean, everyone knows that this is kind of Rocket's, that he's kind of the main focus for this film.
Yeah.
But James Gunn still manages to find a way to squeeze character out of, majority of the Guardians here, and actually push forward some growth for all those characters in just a really, really wholesome kind of way. The movies, it's super emotional. Everything with like Rocket is, it's almost hard to watch. Like how it's very depressing. The villain, I think, is one of the most evil kind of villains we've seen in the MCU so far. It's just an extremely erratic performance with that one. But overall, I really did enjoy this movie. It's not the highest in terms of post Endgame stuff, but it's definitely up there. I'd say it's probably my favorite since No Way Home.
Yeah.
James Gunn is great. He closes out the Guardians of the Galaxy trilogy, in a really high fashion. I thought it was brilliant.
Yeah, pretty much took the words out of my mouth there. Yeah, I was it didn't. The trailers made it look like it was going to be fantastic, but it didn't quite reach that expectation that myself. I don't know if you felt the same way, but it didn't quite reach the expectations of what I thought the film was going to be, or in terms of quality.
It unravels. Like even the trailers, I like the trailers showed like a very different kind of plot. I was very surprised on how the movie was actually
laid out.
I was very
surprised.
hard
to talk about this without giving away spoilers.
Giving away spoilers. I don't think it's really a spoiler heavy movie, but it's hard to provide context to explain how we feel about the film.
Yeah. But you're definitely right. It's very, very emotional, and like all the stuff with Rocket is emotional, and like all the stuff with the Guardians is emotional.
Yeah.
That opening Marvel credits. I don't know what it's called, logo thing.
Yeah.
That was done very, very well.
Yeah.
As well. You guys will know it when you see it.
That was nice.
Yeah. Visually, I think it's probably one of the better ones since No Way Home. Like you know how like Ant-Man was pretty shit, and I can't really remember.
Are you talking like visual effects or
Yeah.
just like cinematography? Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
visual effects.
I thought it was pretty much like what you'd expect from a Guardians film, and like all the different like the production design as well, like the different looking alien sort of stuff as well.
Right.
Looked real weird. It was really good, and even some of the camera movement as well. There was like a scene where it like tilts and like zooms in.
Yeah.
On the main villain as well. While like someone's like running around like
that was a cool shot. Yeah,
that was really cool. But I do agree with you. Quite bigly. Bigly.
I don't think that's a word.
Majorly, I agree with you majorly.
Majorly
in regards to the what you said about the soundtrack and the timing of the songs. I feel majority of the songs didn't quite fit the tone at times.
Yeah,
it was just random out of nowhere as well.
Yeah,
and then like suddenly having like Florence and the Machine playing as well near the end was a bit weird as well.
I don't think that fit that song. It wasn't the right song for the moment. And it was a great moment. Like the film built up to that point pretty well. But yeah, it's also the way it comes on the songs. Like it's a character and he presses play on the Walkman and then it just cuts on the scene, but the music's still playing. So it's like I don't understand that correlation. That stuff didn't work for me, and that's kind of like one of the strong points of the Guardians. Is the music,
it's the soundtrack.
Exactly,
that's literally what made the Guardians so popular as well.
Yeah. What did you think of the performances in the film?
I thought everyone's really good. They like know their roles so well. And each character so well.
Yeah.
And as you said before, like they took it to the next level and further developed it as well. We saw that a lot with what's her face, Nebula and Drax as well. So
I thought Karen Gillan did a really good job here as Nebula. Nebula gets far more spotlight than I thought.
She did.
And Karen Gillan definitely makes the most of that screen time.
Oh yeah. She was one of the emotional moments as well in the film as well. So
that's just what I love about this movie. There's like, at least from like the beginning of it, there's just so much emotion in it. James Gunn, while this movie is funny, he knows when to slow down and allow for the characters to breathe and to grow and stuff like that. And having this, I guess, screenplay being, built around, facing your trauma and then like not running from, the dark parts of your life and just going straight forward and having the characters and just having those themes flow through the characters is just a brilliant way to really evoke emotion and really, just actually allow us to feel in a Marvel movie.
Yeah.
And it's been a while.
It has been a long time. What did you think of the actor that portrayed the villain? Don't know his name. I'm just going to call him Purple Guy.
Purple Guy? No. I forgot his name. He was on Peacemaker.
He was.
Yeah, and he was really good on that. I thought he was really good. The fact that I hate the villain so much is a testament to his performance.
Yeah.
And he just played, kind of the poised and calmness, power of the villain, I would say. But he also, when the villain gets erratic and
snaps.
Yeah, and snaps. He does that really well. Just quite a versatile performance there. I mean, anyone listening right now, it's a very dark character, and he did it well.
It is. I'm surprised that Marvel let him go that dark.
Yeah, I mean, there's a scene in there when that they do something with the villain, and then they actually show it, and I'm like, wow, this is in a Marvel movie. I'm watching a Marvel movie right now. Yeah. There are some really dark moments there.
Yeah. And the first MCU fuck as well.
Oh yeah,
got that.
Yeah. They dropped the F-bomb there. That felt weird, eh? I was like,
it was. I sort of wish I didn't see that online.
Yeah.
Like I sort of just like, I think if it just happened, I would have been like, the fuck.
Yeah, I mean, like I heard that it was first F-bomb. I was like, wait, no way. I swear they would have said it before. Yeah,
No.
but this might be the most mature MCU movie that we've had so far.
Definitely probably one of the darkest as well.
Yeah, I think James Gunn ends his tenure with Marvel on a high. And where the Guardians go from here, I don't know, but it's going to be interesting to see how it all goes out.
Especially without James Gunn directing, if there's going to be a Volume 4.
Yeah, or if they just kind of rename themselves
Guess only time will tell.
Exactly.
Right, should we get to our scores?
Oh, yes. Oh, I haven't thought about my score. Do you know your score? Can you go first?
Can I go first? I will go first. My score, I think it's the weakest of the films, as in Guardians 1, 2, and 3.
Well, that's hard.
I still think Guardians 1 is the best one, but by a lot. But then 2 and 3 is so close to each other. I mean, I'm sure when I actually think about this film, it might even overtake 2.
Yeah.
But for now, I think it's lower than the first 2. So I think my score for this one will probably be around about the 7.8 mark at the moment out of 10.
7.8 mark. Yeah, that's a fair score. In terms of where I'd put it with the Guardians trilogy, I mean, I do have to see this again. I'm seeing an IMAX on Friday, so that should give me a better perspective of it. But right now, you're right. I don't think it can beat the first one. It's definitely the most emotional Guardians.
Yeah.
But in terms of, the craftsmanship and, filmmaking quality, the first one is the best one. It's close to 2, but I would go 7.9. It's just a notch below the kind of 8 out of 10 tier and above.
Yeah.
Yeah. My mind might change. I feel like it could go down. I feel like it could go up at this point. So
yeah. Who knows? Sure, when we come to our top 10s, we'll revisit this and see where it sticks.
Yeah.
But until then, thank you for listening to this Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 review. Hope you enjoyed it, and head over to moviegames.com later on and we'll have a written, transcribed version up for you later on. If you have any burning questions about this film and you don't care about spoilers and just want all the details, head over and hit us up on social media. You can find us on Twitter, TikTok, and Pinterest. Like I said, DM on any one of those and we'll answer your questions for you. Even if you like other content such as what I'm trying to say, box office, Oscars, and physical media reviews and content, you can head over to moviegames.com. Until then, we will catch you on our next review next week. And have a good day, everyone.
Peace.
See ya.